All right. Great, I got new protection over here. One hard hat coming right up, just in case someone wants to swing a baseball bat at me. Gotta be protected for all measures, eh? Am I right? Right? I gotta find a new joke writer. Yeah, it keeps surprising me now just how dark it's starting to get. I would have had sunlight beaming in through my house at this time months ago, but now it's like getting darker and darker. 3, 4 o'clock, it's like nightfall's already, I gotta use a light. Bloody hell. So, I decided to do a supper out today. After me being crouched in my attic and being exposed to so much fiberglass insulation, I made a good headway with my project, but you know what? I've earned it. So what I'm going to be doing tonight, I'm going to be doing a little bit of Joe Le Roi de sous-marin, like the self-proclaimed king of submarines, and the guy's name is Joe. Hey, King Joe. Whatever. I just thought I want to get something today, feeling like a little greasy spoon, or I guess over here you call it a casse-croûte. Casse-croûte doesn't really have the same ring, does it? Alright. So I got my supper over here. I guess I don't need to be wearing this like a bib. It's not going to be a messy one. It's not like a sloppy Joe. Or I guess you'd call this sloppy Joe Le Roi. So I went for the classic sub today, and it's one I used to like a lot over the years too. It's your basic one. It's just some pepperoni, thin pieces of steak with some lettuce, melted cheese, tomato, and a nice spice mix too. I remember too that this mix, I loved it a lot, but I can never get it down pat. Like I've always wanted to know what was the blend of ingredients that they used to make this. I'm gonna admit too that this kind of looks smaller than the last time I remember it too. Like these kind of subs, they used to be so big that, or at least I thought they were big, but correct me if I'm wrong, that potentially that you always need a fork and knife because it was so messy. Of course, this looks kind of messy too, so I'm gonna be partaking of that with a fork and a knife. And of course, to have a little brew to go with that too, decided to whip out a different glass and say, I'm the dude, man. A little tribute to the Big Lebowski. And today it's going to be a lighter one. Classic Guinness Drought. Once again, I'm not big on the stouts all the time, but once in a while I like to indulge. But sometimes this wants to indulge too. Whoa. Well, I think I have a science project coming up. Volcano made out of Guinness. Yeah, I hate when it does that. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the Guinness. It's a nice, smooth, dark one. Unlike most stouts, it's not going to have a very heavy chocolate or coffee flavor to it. It just goes down really well. And of course, if you're going to an Irish pub, then you have to have one of these. So I'm going to say cheers, and I'm the dude, man. Just as good as I remember it. But this isn't the only thing I should be having. And let's see what the sub is like. My first one in years. See, that seasoning mix is the way I remember it. There. Oh yeah, just as good. So, 2 thumbs up, because I'm Siskel and I'm Ebert at the same time. But I should probably be careful, because my cat's ready to invade me. I think he wants some food too. And I guess there was one thing I forgot to mention when I was getting my supper today. Funny thing is that I guess it was because of the mask and the visor and the plexiglass that was everywhere. My name got screwed up again, or at least there was confusion in the beginning. I said it was for Nick, and I was asked if it's for Luke. Like, I don't know how Nick goes to Luke. I kind of find it funny though. It's like the Force is strong in me. Maybe I'm a wannabe Jedi. Like, I can't really think of any other reason why besides that. I'll take that over being called a dick any day. But this is like a one and done for me as well. I've had my Guinness, and I'm moving on to something a little bit more, I guess, healthy. Some tea. This one is it's supposed to be a Siberian ginseng and ginger root one. It's supposed to make you energized. I'm kind of wondering, like, Siberian ginseng? I didn't even know that was such a thing. Like, what else would be up in Siberia? Or what's up in Siberia that we shouldn't be asking about? Nice. This is like the perfect thing to drink on a cold day. And yeah, today's supposed to be spring-like because it was rather warm and all the snow that we got was melted. But nevertheless, I'm doing my own stuff to get prepared for the winter. So following up on my other videos that I've been doing or showing off my supplies, I guess I could give a little attic or insulation 101. So essentially, you know that pink stuff that you're going to see inside of your walls or up in your attic? No, that's not cotton candy. In fact, don't even go near that like that. That is fiberglass. And as you could probably imagine by the name of it, it's old pieces of glass that's been shredded up and ground up and then rethreaded into these fluffy pieces of blankets, or bats as they call it in the trade. And what that does is that whenever you have warm air that wants to move towards cold air, that gives a bit of resistance to it, because within those blankets are these air pockets that store air. So that's what helps to slow it down. Of course, it's not going to slow it down if you're like mine, like my attic, where the blankets are so compacted and compressed because they're old or had worn out over time that it's not going to hold too much air in there. So obviously you could focus on your walls, your basement, but obviously that's a pretty time consuming job and it's going to cost you a lot of money. That's why I'm working on my attic right now. So the attic, going by modern building codes, like I had mentioned in the previous video, you would need around a good 12 inches of insulation, which gives you a level of resistance to heat movement of R40. That is the minimum amount that you would need for modern building codes. And it's easy too. As you can see in the picture right over here, this is what I've been doing in my attic so far. I've got 6 inches in, or R20 so far, in between all of the beams. Then once I'm done with that, I'm going to be laying a second one perpendicular to those beams so that it covers every single opening too, giving it extra protection. And the beauty of that too is that if you have 6 inches and then you stack up another 6 inches, it's a cumulative effect. So R20 times 2 becomes R40. So you get your modern code, and it's going to help you a lot. But then again, I'm not going to be taking any chances with unprotecting myself because I need to keep myself protected. I have goggles, I have gloves. I always wear long sleeve clothing so that I don't touch this stuff because that stuff could be kind of irritating. Except for the newer ones, because those are made a lot better. There's more recycling and they take better care. But the dust up there is going to be the problem too. So you always need to wear a mask. And I'm kind of lucky in this sense. Last year when I was planning to do this, I picked up a box of this at the hardware store. Dust masks with an N95 rating. Kind of glad I got it when I did too. Because knowing what we're going through now with the pandemic, these masks are hard to come by or practically impossible to find at hardware stores now. And that's mostly because I guess they're being reserved for emergencies, or in the beginning, everybody hoarded them because of the potential risk. But I'm glad I have this now, because it's given me the protection I need to get my attic done. And here we are. That's my educational bit for the evening, brought to you by the letter I. Because the Wandering Yuki isn't all about drinking and cooking, is it? Sometimes you can walk away learning stuff from me. So I guess on that note, I'm just going to enjoy the rest of my tea and see what I do with the rest of my evening. So, thanks for watching again, everyone. This is another short edition of Wandering Yuki Cheese Cafe. Hit the like button if you like what you see. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment or a request, and above all else, spread the cheddar, everyone.